of the Delco Duo, Saturday nights on PHL 17. I'm one half of the Delco Duo, Monica Cryan.
And I'm Jenna Meisner. As always, thank you so much for spending some of your weekend with us. Hope it's been a great one for you.
Yeah, last weekend in January.
Crazy.
Everybody keeps saying January goes so slow. Boom, gone. Don't even know where it went.
I mean, it is so subjective, but I do see that more often than not. Like January was 14 weeks long or whatever people say. I kind of agree with you. It felt like a really quick month for me. So
like all of a sudden.
We're moving on.
Here we are in February. Okay. So last show of January, we've got a great one for you.
We say that every Saturday.
And everyone is amazing.
We deliver. Every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Solving your issues, making sure that you don't seem crazy to your friends and your family when you're right into us. So
absolutely. Okay, before we get to any of the other issues that we're going to talk about this week, let's get to our debrief. It's always so funny, like when Jenna and I come up with kind of the premise of the show and what we're going to want to talk about, you know, we'll kind of pitch things to each other like, oh, do you want to do this, that, and the other thing? We came in on Monday and we were like, have you heard about the mob wife aesthetic? Let's talk about it.
So this has been, I think, trending over the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
I think it's taken on a lot more popularity as far as like people talking about it more recently.
Right.
Clean girl aesthetic is out. And mob wife is in. So what that means, we have to break this down because we have all age ranges that watch our show.
Right.
So clean girl aesthetic, what that means is the makeup, the hair everything is
clothing.
Very minimal, very natural almost.
Neutral, natural kind of look. And
that's out now, apparently.
Very basic clothing, very basic, like you said, makeup. Now, mind you, it's still very expensive. Mm-hmm. Because the makeup, the natural look, you have to have like naturally very dewy skin.
And there's still a lot that goes into looking natural.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's still a lot of makeup behind it. But now what is in is mob wife chic. We have a couple photos of inspiration.
So Jenna says you have to have the red lip.
You have to have a red lip.
You have to have the fur. And kind of the crazy hair too. Not like that crazy, but it can't just be like slicked back. You have to have a little bit of like something going on.
Some volume.
Yes.
Red nails also are appreciated. Smoky makeup, smoky eyes.
So I think one of the big things is
I don't know about this one. You don't need a cat.
No, you don't need a cat.
Maybe just the fur.
But okay, I love this. And kind of a little bit more jewelry everywhere. Mm-hmm. Necklace, doubling up the necklaces while you've got the bracelets, whereas like the clean girl aesthetic was like you could have two necklaces, but then that was it.
Dainty.
Like a little bit of an earring.
Dainty.
And
do you like this? Are you into it? Are you into the change?
This
I was going to ask you, did you inspire this outfit? I mean, it's not fur, but it's a piece.
I thought this was more clean girl.
Oh.
Don't you think this is clean girl? It's like
no, it's definitely jumping out.
Well, I mean, I could not get on board with the clean girl aesthetic. That just wasn't my kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I just think in general I'm not clean cut.
We wear a lot of makeup. We wear a lot of makeup with this job, but I think this is so funny. I don't own any fur, like fake fur, you know, I don't own any jackets like that. My mom has one and she's worn it throughout I think she pretty much wore it last weekend, actually, now that I'm thinking of it.
Well, of course.
She's worn it for the longest time.
You could not pry that out of her hands?
No, I could not. But that's apparently that's what I need now.
That's what I think is so interesting. That's what they said. The clean girl or the mob wife aesthetic is somewhat easy to obtain because all you do is just dress how you want with a
fur.
And then add the fur.
Add the fur.
Add a little bit more makeup and the hair.
Red lip.
Do I have I don't have my clip, but I think like a lot of it's going to be like this, like put a clip in and then zhuzh up.
Did you ever watch the show Mob Wives?
No.
Oh my gosh. That was a reality show that was on for a couple seasons, and I was just fascinated by it. It was all these women who had connections to, you know, different mafias and mobs and whatnot, and the way they talked and da. And that's all I'm picturing is these women are probably living their best life now.
I love it.
That it has come back.
I want this to take hold. I'm so excited. But again, like they keep saying, oh, just take your mom's fur. My mom doesn't have a fur. My mom is not necessarily the mob wife. I think
my mom fits into it pretty well.
So my mom's like, no. And even if I did, you wouldn't be getting it. But so I don't know.
That's what you got to shop for. That's what you got to shop for right now. Don't say that Monica and Jenna, set this. This is just what's out there. We're just telling you.
Yes, that this is now apparently what's in.
Okay.
So don't go clean, go dirty, and go Jersey. It's like so Jersey.
Italian Jersey.
Yes.
All right, let's get to our first issue of the night, what we're here to do for you. This is coming from Linda from Lansdowne.
Okay, she says, I love my husband dearly, but sometimes I feel like he follows me around the house. Every time I go into one room, he shows up and it's starting to irritate me. And you feel so guilty. You feel so guilty feeling irritated. Because Linda, I've been there.
I'm there. I feel like love my husband dearly, but I also am a person that loves alone time. Like I love to be by myself sometimes.
Yeah.
In my home.
And I don't want to sound. I love Tate too, your husband. I love him. But I could totally see, like, he's got that golden retriever energy. Like
golden retriever. Hey. Oh my God, that is the perfect way to describe him. And he always says to me, other women would love to be suffocated by love like this. And I'm like, no.
But there are some women who feel totally forgotten and men who feel totally forgotten by their spouses and would love this. And I get it. So I'm not saying that I don't appreciate it. But
you got to look at the bright side of things.
Yes.
I guess that's a good way to look at it. But it does get irritating.
But it does a little bit, just to be like, I don't want to be followed around. Like everywhere I go, I just want to kind of be on my own.
Well, the worst is like, when I have the baby for the day and then he gets home and he sort of takes over right away. So thankful for that. He jumps right in and then I have some time to like shower or just have time for myself.
Nice. Yeah.
And then I'll be like 15 minutes into, my self-care, my me time. And I hear, let's go see what mommy's doing.
No. Oh my God, that would make my skin crawl. I'd be like,
I hear him coming up the stairs. Let's go see what mommy's doing. And I'm like, mommy does not want to be bothered right now.
I can't. I have had many talks with Eugene where, and I sometimes, I think it's not just having one talk, Linda, and saying you need to stay out of my space. That's not right. You guys are married.
You gotta be nice about it.
I try and be nice about it. I'll just tell him every single time that I need space, hey, why don't you stay where you are? I gotta go. I can't, like, I just need a little bit of space right now. I tell him, I'm checking out right now. I'm going to look at my Instagram. That's what I say.
I'm checking out. That's a good way to say it. I'm checking out. I think that this is a normal dynamic, though, between a couple. Somebody tends to be the one that's more clingy and more wanting to be around all the time, and the other partner tends to be fine on their own. I think it just makes Linda, marriage work.
Absolutely. Let them know when it's a little too much, but don't take it for granted, because I have to be honest, I would so much rather my husband follow me everywhere than not care, than leave me.
That's good self-reflection.
Yes.
So I've actually learned something. Thank you very much, Linda.
Yes.
All right, coming up next, we've got a spicy topic. Stay with us.
And welcome back to the Delco Duo. We take your issues and then we give you some advice, or I don't even know if we gave advice last time. We just
give our opinion.
Give our opinion.
I wish that it could be like a back and forth. Like, I would love to hear what people are thinking.
We've talked about this before, doing a live show.
If you're interested in that, you tell us and we'll try to make it happen.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's not much production.
Maybe in the spring.
We just need a table and some microphones.
Just in the spring. Like, I need like the winter to like just stay hibernated.
All right, let's get to our second issue of the night. This is coming from Allie from Alden.
Okay. My friend took a sexy photo session.
Okay.
And gave the pictures to her fiance as a boudoir. Boudoir present. I thought it was very weird then, and now I'm engaged. She asked if I'm doing a boudoir session. Is that something I should do?
Boudoir?
Boudoir?
No. I don't think so.
Mm-mm. I think if you think it's a little bit odd or you're questioning it,
like you were judging your friend, and now you're like, oh well, should I do it?
I have to say there are bourgeois girls and not bourgeois girls. Like, you kind of know the ones that are going to do the bourgeois sessions.
Please
They're sending. I don't know.
Elaborate in a way that's not going to offend anyone.
I can't tell you. I just, there's like girls that do bourgeois sessions, and I'm like, yeah.
Narcissists?
No. No, I wouldn't say narcissist, but just people who like boudoir sessions. I find.
Are you just trying to say that word as much as you possibly can? Like, my goodness. If I hear that
like 15 more times. I just feel like every time I've heard of someone do that, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I could see them doing that. They
Do you know people who have done them? I actually don't have any friends who've done them. I don't know anyone personally. I mean, obviously I've seen like them done, but I don't know anybody personally.
It was a place that I worked at like years ago. And it was the first time I had ever seen it, and it's quite shocking when do a session. I won't say it. Do a boudoir session. Do not post those pictures online. Isn't the whole point is that you take these pictures
That's
for
why I'm
yourself
saying
and your spouse?
the people that tend to do them really like themselves and want everyone else to also.
Sometimes people think it's very freeing. It's not necessarily about them. It's like it's a space for empowerment. It's empowerment, and I can see that if that's what you like. But please don't post that on Facebook. I just think all of a sudden I'm looking at you in your lingerie and you think it's okay because it's a boudoir session. So like obviously I can post that. No, you're in a see-through lacy top. The whole point is that that's for your spouse to see and nobody
it's
else.
on your algorithm. I have never had any friends who have posted. My photographer from my wedding also. I feel like a lot of wedding photographers they'll do either an engagement session or a boudoir. Are we saying this right?
Let me tell you something. If my photographer came to me and said, "Hey, I'm going to put
I would not be able to do it seriously.
My dad would be like, "I am not paying for that." You want a boudoir session? That's on your own.
I would not be able to take it seriously. I'm awkward enough, like when we're here at work taking headshots and they're like, do a serious face. Like that, I'm awkward enough doing that. This is
what they do. Like there's like photos of them like this. Like,
Oh God. Okay. I didn't know where we were going. Please do not fall over.
I'm like, whoa.
My photographer offered either an engagement session or a boudoir session. I'm like, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Like loving pictures with your fiance in a field versus sexy photos wherever you choose to take them.
I just find it wild.
But then so you gift this, and then where do you keep it in the house? Like, is it on the coffee table? Is it a coffee table piece?
Oh God.
Is it?
I swear, sometimes people just want to do it because they love getting the makeup done. And I'm sure they feel their absolute best at that time. And they just want to make it a moment.
Does this weird you out?
Yeah.
It does weird you out.
Yeah.
So if you were getting married again, hard no.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
I pass on like.
I think it's hard because like you said, like it's great that these women feel confident enough and feel like empowered to take these photos, and all the power to you. I just feel like I wouldn't be able to take it seriously.
I don't know what my husband would do if he opened up the book.
That's what I mean.
He would open up and be like, what is...
And like, is it like the day of wedding gift?
Yeah, I think so.
We did day of wedding gifts, and you open those in front of your bridesmaids, and Tate opened his in front of his groomsmen. Like, are you opening this book in front of your friends and family?
Here's my wife. She's naked for everyone to see.
Well, let's not put a bad rap on. Like, you're not naked. You're just wearing
you have like sexy lingerie,
or you just wear something like a cutoff top, or like a crop top.
No, I mean the ones that I've seen, it's like corset and like the and the.
I would agree with you. Like, don't post it on social media.
Just keep it for each other. Maybe that's the thing, is that we don't have friends who have done this, but maybe we're not aware of how prevalent it is, just because people aren't showing it off. So maybe they just do it in their own privacy, which I love. That's great.
That's what it's meant for.
It's meant for just your person.
Yeah. I know.
Here's a look at my boudoir session. I'm like, oh God,
no. Okay, so to answer your question, Allie, is it something you should do? We say no, but we could be in the minority here. I mean, maybe there's women watching that are like, heck yeah.
I loved it. It's my favorite thing. My husband looks at it every day. That's
what I mean. Like, what? How often do you look at it? I don't want to know.
How often?
I don't want to know. Let's send it to break. Coming up next, we have one of our own issues to talk about, and has nothing to do with a boudoir. A boudoir.
We're done saying that word.
Goodbye, boudoir.
Stay tuned.
And welcome back to the Delco Duo, Saturday night here on PHL 17. We've solved 2 of your issues tonight, and now we have to get to one of our own issues.
All right, I think it's your turn. Meisner needs an advisor.
Okay, I'm really interested in what you will think of this because my sisters had 2 different opinions.
I just always find it so interesting that you have anything left to talk to me about. We spend 5 days a week, 8 hours a day with each other. It always surprised me when you're like, I have an issue. I'm like, what? How have you not brought this up Monday morning?
I honestly forgot about it until I was brainstorming, like, okay, what really irked me over this past week.
Okay, go ahead.
And I always find it interesting when my sisters have 2 different opinions because sometimes if they both agree, I'm like, okay, this is how it is because my sisters agreed, but they disagreed.
Right.
My family had an event recently. Winter events are always hard when it comes to clothing because a lot of like dresses I feel like aren't the warmest.
Right.
So I had a wedding back in December and I ordered a velvet long sleeve dress for that wedding. And it was perfect. It was like the perfect winter dress. So leading up to this event, I had told my family, I'm just going to wear that again because everyone was like, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? I'm just going to wear that dress again. So my mom, she had loved it. She like asked me where I got it and I got it on Amazon. Shout out to Amazon. Sometimes their clothing, I'm like, you can get it and you could either hate it, it could be terrible or it could be great.
Right.
So I got it
and
on
it came in 5 hours.
Exactly.
What are you about?
So if you're wondering whether or not to get the dress on Amazon, more than likely than not, it's going to work.
Right.
So my mom takes a screenshot of a dress off Amazon. She sends me it. She's like, do you think this will be good quality? Like, should I order it? And me being like Amazon's cheerleader when it comes to dresses, I'm like, yeah, get it. So she sent me that picture. So I'm anticipating that she's wearing this dress that she sent me. Well, the day of the event comes and we're all meeting beforehand and she has on her fur jacket, mob girl.
She's like living my
And at the time, all I could see is the black velvet part of it because she has the jacket on over it. So she takes the jacket off. It is the same dress that I had worn to the previous wedding that we had, just in a black color. So the dress that I wasn't dressed yet. The dress that I was planning to wear, she ordered the same exact one and took off her jacket. It was like, hi. And I was like,
did she have a smile on her face when she did this? Did she know? Or was she oblivious?
It gets worse.
Okay. But wait,
I know she's watching.
I'm still a little confused. Didn't she send you the dress that she was going to get?
That's the problem, Monica, because she sent me a photo of the dress that she was going to get.
And then she never got that one?
And then she ordered the same exact dress that I had in a different color. So then I'm like, well, I'm not wearing it. So we're hours before this event now, and I don't know what I'm wearing anymore because I'm like, I'm not going to match you.
Yeah.
She's like, it doesn't matter. They're different colors. Yours has like a little tie thing here. It's the same dress.
It's the same dress.
It is the same dress, just a different color.
Especially when you're sitting at the table because you guys are obviously.
Pictures. My mom takes a million pictures wherever we go. We're going to have pictures. Everyone's going to be like, oh, you and your mom were so cute. You guys wore the same
matching
thing.
outfits.
So I look at Alexa, my sister, and she's like, yeah, she knew. She didn't. She said not to. She didn't tell you. And she was like, I told her to tell you beforehand, but she said that you wouldn't care. So you didn't tell me. So if I wouldn't care, then why didn't you tell me beforehand?
Yeah. Oh no, your mom definitely told your sister like, shut up.
So I had a last minute change my dress because I didn't want to match her. Because, you know, I'm almost 30 years old. I don't want to match my mother. And she didn't see the problem.
Did you just have something in your closet?
I just took an old dress that I have worn to many events. And I was freezing because it was not a winter.
As warm.
It was not a warm winter dress.
Now,
so I
you
was
said
cold.
your sisters disagree. So
Alexa agreed with me. She was like, yeah, I thought like she didn't tell you because she knew you were going to be mad. And Tara didn't understand. She's like, I don't know why you didn't just wear it. It's a different color. And I'm like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Because, like, if you know my sisters, my oldest sister, Tara, my mom, like, they always tend to, like, disagree on things.
Right.
And Alexa and my mom tend to agree.
More in the same mind.
So I'm like, what's going on here? Tara was agreeing with my mom that she didn't think it was a big deal. But would you have worn the dress?
Blah, blah, blah. If I didn't have another option, like, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
But if I had another option, fine, I'll just throw on something else.
It's the deception. It's the deception of the photo of the dress you said you were going to order.
I could see your mom trying to reason this, not only as a different color, but like Jenna has a lot in her closet, like because of like your job and everything. You have a lot of things that you can just like throw on willy nilly, and it's not that case. Like we dress totally for the news.
I don't care that she ordered the same dress. Like, what is it? Imitation is a compliment or flattering? What's the thing?
Wait, flattery is the highest form of
imitation. Is the highest form of flattery.
And here we go. We always get these things wrong.
I don't know what it is, but
you give a moose a cookie.
Yeah. Whatever the saying, however it goes.
Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Yeah, there you go. So like compliment, thank you. You really liked that. You really liked this dress, and I'm happy that you liked it. But I think it was more so that she had told my sister not to tell
you. She knew she was wrong.
She knew. So she told my sister not to tell me. Great, you wear it. Just give me some time to maybe order a warmer dress or order something different.
Exactly. And knowing you, like I'm sure she knew you were going to have an issue with this.
Well,
so just
she didn't tell me because I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care.
If you didn't care, she would have just told you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I feel so bad when I side.
Rest my case. I need the gavel.
I feel so bad when I side against your mom because I love your mom, but
I will never tell her where I get a dress again. Just kidding.
I can tell you, it's Amazon.
It's Amazon. This is not an ad. Okay, let's go to Delco trivia. Monica worked really hard on this one.
I came up with this one myself, guys. And it's dry January. How many Delco boroughs townships are dry or partially dry? All right, there's quite a few. How many Delco borough townships are dry or partially dry?
I was surprised by this, actually.
By how many or how little?
By how many?
12.
Yeah, so let's take a look.
Bethel, Marple, Alden, Brookhaven,
Colwyn,
Lansdowne, Parkside, Rutledge, Sharon Hill, Swarthmore, Upland, and Yaden. So if you're like, wait, but we have liquor or we have beer, there's all these like crazy rules. Some are the partially dry in different ways kind of thing. Like some can sell beer, some can't sell alcohol.
Explain like the chart a little bit. Monica did a deep dive.
I went to the Liquor Control Board because I really was interested, like, oh, how many? And it says dry or partially dry, and then it has the kind of
qualifications.
It's like retail beer, retail
Very
liquor.
Confusing.
Wholesale beer, wholesale liquor, good wine, fine wine and good spirits, stores, that kind of thing. You know, Pennsylvania's crazy strict.
Yes.
And if you think Delco's bad,
Chester County,
man.
Yeah.
I was looking at them. I'm like, how does anyone drink in Chester County? I don't know.
It surprises me though that 12 boroughs and townships in Delco. I wouldn't think that. Like I actually knew about Marple because they had
that was a big thing.
That was a big thing when the restaurant opened
right.
recently. What was that? A couple years ago that had the alcohol. I knew
right.
that was like a big deal in Marple. What Public House or what's it called?
Yeah, Public House wanted to.
So interesting. Who knew?
Yeah.
The more you know.
The more you know. But I think over the years they just get less and less restrictive. You know what I mean? Like Marple's introduced some things.
Well, you kind of have to.
Yeah. You're losing a lot of money.
All right, Delco Duo at phl17.com. That is the best way to talk with us. Give us your opinion on the episode. Send us your issues. If you know more dry towns than maybe we missed.
Yes, but I swear I counted them right. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a great night.